If it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
New York state of mind.
All right, therapy time with Mike Gallagher. We've had fun, we've had diversion, and now we have
winning.
And now we have
There's been a lot of winning, and now it can't always be wins. Right, it can't always be a win. You know, I have a running gag with one of my friends that my dream job is to be the captain of the monorail at Disney World. And there are times when I think, man, I'd love to just be on that monorail this morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Magic Kingdom. I used to be Mike Gallagher. I used to have to fret about stuff and fight about stuff and fight the good fight. Hey, listen, it was definitely not a home run. I mean, I think Newt Gingrich has it right, and when he says what he said, that gets my attention. The rest of it is noise. The never-Trumpers are going to never Trump. The haters going to hate.
And they say, to your point, Mike, they go, oh, Lindsey Graham, you can give Lindsey Graham some credence because he supports the president, but even so, that aside, they go, John McCain, and they start they go through all
Jeff Flake. Oh, wow. Oh, is Jeff Flake unhappy? What? I'm shocked.
John Brennan,
Now, can I just take a moment on John Brennan?
Please.
I'm going to state a fact. John Brennan is such a kook that he has no problem calling the President of the United States a traitor, knowing full well that he has admitted to the world that he actually voted for a communist before he joined the CIA. Listen, he has admitted as a young man, height of the Cold War, voting for a communist. For president. So for a guy like him, he went off the rails a long time ago. He's a partisan hack, and we get that. Now, the problem is people like you and me who support the president and want the president to succeed and want the country to succeed and are grateful for all of these wins. When the president stumbles, because they overreact, then we tend to be pushed into our corner and say, no, everything's just fine. Everything's not fine. It's not the end of the world. It certainly isn't. It doesn't come within a million miles of treason or Kristallnacht or Pearl Harbor.
Chamberlain.
He's
Neville Chamberlain.
Neville Chamberlain. Are you kidding me? And they do that all the time. The problem, they always overplay their hand, and it's why, if they had a measured, reasonable response, frankly, the president would be even in more hot water today. But they don't. They go crazy, and they go over the top. Let's just hope that, as he often does, he pulls himself out of this one, and he corrects it. And
Did you see it? You saw it coming, though, didn't you? So I said to Mike before we went on the air, it was like slow motion. I've been saying it all morning. As soon as the president said last question, I went, no, somebody jump in, please. Melania, stand up, throw the soccer ball back. Something. And it's slow motion, and AP, the guy from AP, it's AP, oh my gosh. And then he starts. Are you going to say in front of it, and we, who support not just the president, the United States,
country, the
exactly. We're going, no.
Somebody, he needs an Al Gattuso to stop in and jump in and say, stop. Joe, we got to read the Rollins
10 times. No. That's it. All he had to say, I always say it was funny, but it should have been like a De Niro. I should take it from De Niro, who's so mean to the president. He should have just said, I'm going to ask you, Vladimir, did you or did you not? Did you? I got a question. Did you meddle? Did you? He could have gone right to Vladimir right there and say, if it happened, I'm going to shut it down. Next question.
Listen,
boom.
We're reminded that this happens to be a president who doesn't have 30 and 40 years of experience in a political arena. We're reminded that this is a citizen president, and I mean, he is. The stakes are high, and he's in there. I always say, bull in a china shop. He's knocking stuff over, and guess what? He's not going to get everything right. We've had these moments on the campaign. I remember through the campaign saying, I wish he'd have said this a little differently. I'm sure this was not the right answer. I'm sure he wants to take it back. You know what? We got to pray for him. We got to hope that he can address this and figure out, because even his interview with Sean Hannity afterwards, keep in mind, and I knew this as I was watching all this unfold last night, that they did the interview immediately after, before he got on Air Force One to come home, so he may not have realized the extent of the backlash.
Right.
Neither one of them might not have fully got.
What a great observation.
Yeah, I mean,
great observation.
A lot of it happened on the way home.
Tucker Carlson embraced this on his show last night in a brilliant way. Because I'm driving home from the shore and I'm listening and I'm absorbing all. I got the kids and all. I'm absorbed about this whole thing, and I want to just try to formulate it in my mind so we could chat about it, in a decent manner, respectful manner on the air. And I'm saying, well, whoa. What went on? What went on? Is this really as bad as it seems that it was?
No.
The people, people who follow this president stand by this president as we speak.
Well, then there's a guy, Kurt Schlichter, who I'm sure you've talked to, and I know Frank, you
Mr.
know,
Schlichter.
I love that name. Sorry,
Kurt Schlichter, who's got a book coming out. The phrase he's captured is the normals. Us normals. We normals have a certain reaction that the other ones don't. The ones who aren't normal do, and it's not normal to call the president's clumsy answers, frankly, and on this, after a well-intentioned summit. We ought to be sitting down with our adversaries. We know that. We don't want a nuclear war with Russia. Russia controls half the nukes in the world, so you better be careful. And all these these hawks who talk so tough about Russia. What, you want to go to war with Moscow?
Yeah.
Let's see how that plays out. So this is a president. He had a brilliant line that has been lost in all the noise, and I'm going to paraphrase it a little bit, Joe, but it said, I'd rather pursue peace and sacrifice politics than chase politics and abandon peace. And it was a brilliant, very statesmanlike. I wish it had ended there. I mean, thank you, everybody. Good night. Gotta go to Air Force One.
And how about this?
Wheels up.
How about Vladimir Putin? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was I imagining that? Vladimir Putin, we have a video. He said that there was $400 million that went to the Hillary Clinton campaign. Most of it was from an illegal source. And Vladimir Putin meticulously laid it out. It's not even being talked about today.
Well, yeah, but there is, of course, the fact that Vladimir Putin virtually lies about just about everything he says. So I'm not sure we got to give a lot of credibility. But you're right. I mean, listen, they're not going to talk about Hillary right now. They're not going to talk about a server. They're going to talk about the president, appearing to side with Russia over our own intelligence sources, and that's not a good look. And you know what? If anybody has a chance to pull himself out of it and correct it, it's this guy. We're going to keep pulling for him. We're going to deal with it today from 10 to 1. Also, this young Democrat socialist from New York.
Best.
Bloom is off the rose on that one, huh? When she
occupation
weighs in. Well, she's a kid. I've got shoes older than her, and so for her to weigh in on capitalism not being long-standing, and the Palestinian occupation, and not really even knowing what those so we've got that audio. We're going to kind of focus on that a little bit because hey, there's a big midterm coming up, lots at stake, and from a political standpoint, obviously the Republicans keep having a lot of work to do to make sure there's not a blue.
We'll be listening. We always listen, and we hear some great, comments throughout the morning. People always listen, and my mom with you on her phone.
Give her my love.
With the phone in her purse with Mike Gallagher.
I love it. I love it. I love her.
They're in the store. They hear, is that Mike Gallagher?
You give her a hug for me, would you please?
I will. You're the best, Mike.
I love you guys. Take care.
I love you too, man. 10 before 9 o'clock, 8:50 right now. Mike comes up at 10:05 on AM 970. The Answer.
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.